when our politicians and leaders put in a disproportionate manner what the root of the problem is. The root of the problem is not race. The root of the problem is that there's evil in this world. There are people who are so self-centered. This shooter in Dallas, and I refuse to give his name. I don't want to make him a celebrity. This is a person whose rage and, frankly, whose racism, he was a racist. So I don't hear enough people talking about that his violent acts, as the Dallas police chief made clear, were actually motivated by his own sense of racism. Sure, let's talk about it, but let's do it in perspective and in balance.
The president today held a news conference that even though he is praising the work of police officers who are trying to make a difference and are doing a great deal to protect our country, he did add this. Listen.
The legacy of slavery and Jim Crow and discrimination didn't suddenly vanish with the passage of the Civil Rights Act or the Voting Rights Act or the election of Barack Obama. That things have gotten better, substantially better, but that we've still got a lot more work to do.
What impact does it have politically when you're bringing up Jim Crow and slavery as words to try to set the stage about how far we have yet to go when it comes to making things better?
I mean, when I heard him say that, in all candor, Uma, I just asked myself, what the heck is he talking about? I mean, I think this is when you're starting to blow air into the flames and make those flames even higher. When you try to invoke images from the past that have absolutely nothing to do with what happened in Dallas the other night. And as of yet, we don't know if it had anything to do with what happened in Minnesota or Baton Rouge. And when people jump to conclusions and assume that there's something racist behind even those
well, when you have the commander-in-chief bringing up Jim Crow again, and he says, even though I'm president and I'm living testament to the progress that we've made, and he brings that up, it does, in a way, fan the flames of polarization, does it not?
It does. It absolutely does. And there's no point in it. I mean, it serves no purpose to bring the country together, to bring up some of the evil and the sins of 50 and 60 and beyond, of how horrible things were. Instead, I think, again, the leaders need to bring perspective, balance, and they need to bring Americans together, not open up old wounds, but to try to heal those wounds. And that's not what I was hearing from the president today. And there's one point, Uma, that I've tried to make every time I get the opportunity, and it's one that's very personal to me. As a governor, I had to carry out the death penalty more than any governor in my state's history, largely because of the way the cases fell. I had months to make the decision to end a person's life through the death penalty. I went through every page of their file. I had lots of time to sort through it so that I could be sure that if we carried out the death penalty, that adjudication was proper, constitutional, and absolutely just. When a police officer walks up